My name is Beth Kioko from Yatta Sub-County. I bought this shamba, which is about 10 acres, in the year 2000. I planted 650 of mango trees, 450 of oranges. Other than the fruit trees, there are other things which I'm doing, which I have been doing. Since I'm near the water canal, I started planting things like tomatoes, kales, spinach. The Asian vegetables we normally farm, I'm not so sure what they are called in English, but one of them is tulia and nduthi. Those are one of them I normally farm, but I have sweet potatoes and cassava. You can't miss that in my farm. The other thing I do is poultry. I do poultry and dairy also. When I came, I planted the mangoes, and at a time, it reached a time when we started harvesting, yeah? But then, the market was a challenge. So it became a challenge because mostly you find there's a lot of fruit fly in Ukambani. I don't know whether the other places is the same. A lot of it. They are infected with by the fruit fly. You find you sell maybe like 20% of the produce because you can't take it very far. Even the people for export, they used to come around, they find they are not all right. But with time, I learned how to manage the trees with the right chemicals and mostly to prevent the fruit fly, which had become a menace. And it's not only on the mango tree, also in the Asian farming and in the citrus, you can't do it well unless you manage the fruit fly. If I can say this, actually I am so proud to be identified with Isipe. This I'll tell you why. Because before Isipe came in, like I said, I had a lot of post-harvest. But when they came in, they trained us on the fruit fly, how to identify it, and how to control it. I realized my production was higher. My quantities became higher. I had quality. This I can say without fear. Since I got into Isipe, I've not been, there's nobody who has come to my farm and said, sorry, we are not taking your product because it has this or that. I have quality, that I can tell you. And on that note also, I have quantity. When I was identified as one of their model farmers, they gave us fruit traps. And they did not give us just enough for us. They also supplied us with enough to give our neighbors. You see, when you give a neighbor, then definitely it reduces the fruit fly. So with the neighboring people having the traps, you having the trap, then at least your farm will be safe from the fruit fly. So I really appreciate what they have done to us. They have taken us a notch higher. The African culture, the woman is looked at as somebody who is supposed to stay in the kitchen, somebody who is supposed to be fed. You only sit and wait for either it's your children or it's your husband to give you money. But when you are doing it yourself, then you feel empowered. So I feel I've been very much empowered by this. Yes, I have been empowered as a woman. And also, you realize with the kind of farming we are doing, we are also empowering the community. Why? Because the little which I'm doing here, they are able to come and do their jobs here. My neighboring community, they are safe. And also, after the training which I normally get from the Isipe, we take it also to the community. So I feel as a woman I've been empowered, and my community as a whole has been empowered. Originally, the mango tree, and especially when the Mzungu brought the mango tree in Africa, we used to use it as a shade tree.
Yeah.
And using it as a shade tree, we didn't look at it as a cash crop. Until later, when we realized it is, if we manage it very well, it is a source of income. So when whatever I'm doing, I look at it as my cash crop, as a source of income. And since it's a product which normally happens once in a year, that is the reason why I've endeavored into other products, other things to do to keep me going until that time when the mango, yes. And this mango thing, like I said, it has taken me very far. Right now, I'm the secretary of the Mango Value Chain platform in Machakos. So you can imagine Machakos whole, I'm recognized. That prestige, I'm recognized as a farmer. It has taken us very far. That recognition, everywhere you go, even if you go to small meetings, you find they will always ask you to say something to the farmers. They believe you know. The exposure actually the ISIPA has given us is something to be proud of. It's something to be proud of.